Hello and welcome to another edition of RHOX Garage. I'm your host Kevin. On this episode, we're going to show you how to install a windshield, part number WIN-1009 on this 2012 E-Z-Go TXT. Now before we get started, let's take a look at what's included in the box, as well as all the tools necessary to perform our installation. Now let's take a look at what's included in the box with your windshield. Now first you'll receive the windshield itself, which is available in the clear finish that you see here, as well as the tinted finish also. Also included will be the 2 extruded channels, as well as all the necessary mounting hardware. Now that we've shown you what's included in the box, let's take a look at the tools necessary to mount our windshield. Now for the tools, we're going to keep it short and simple, as there's only 2 items that are required for the installation of our windshield. First up, we have a Phillips head screwdriver, followed by a 10mm wrench. Now you'll notice that we don't have any power tools on the table here, as we do not recommend using power tools for installing windshield hardware, as if you over tighten the hardware, you will crack and damage the windshield. Now that we've shown you the tools that we'll be using, let's get started with the installation of our windshield. Now before we get started, the first thing we'd like to mention is that if your car does have a windshield previously installed, first thing you need to do is to remove that windshield. You can discard the windshield and all of the hardware, as none of it will be reused. Our first step is going to be to install and tighten the provided mounting hardware through the factory holes at the lower portion of the front struts. Now the next thing that we're going to do is to attach the extruded channels to our windshield. Now we recommend that you place your windshield on something soft so that when you're installing the extruded channels, you don't damage the windshield. Now in order to properly attach the extruded channels, you want to be sure that the portion that's going to snap onto your struts is facing the opposite direction of the rubber attachments on the lower portion of the windshield. Once you have it lined up, you're just going to tap the channel into place until it fully seats onto your windshield. Once in place, you're going to flip the windshield over and install your other extruded channel in the same fashion. Once both extruded channels have been attached to the windshield, we can now install our windshield onto our cart. When attaching your windshield to the cart, you want to be sure that the lower portion of the windshield is actually resting on the rubber spacer that we installed with the provided hardware earlier in the process. Once you have your windshield in the proper position, you want to go ahead and fold down the upper portion of the windshield, check for clearance between the windshield and the top. If you have any clearance issues, make the proper adjustments and continue to check this until you have it in the proper position. Now that we have our windshield in the proper position, that'll complete the installation of our windshield, part number WIN-1009 on this 2012 E-Z-Go TXT. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.